What's up, movie crew? Welcome to the latest collection video. Before I get started, if you are new to this channel, my name is Luke, this is Let's Watch a Movie, and if you're anything cinema and physical media related, you've come to the right place, so hit that subscribe button. Alright, recently I did an unboxing video for Looney Tunes Collector's Choice Volume 3. And I said that with this one now being in the collection, that I would be doing an updated Looney Tunes collection video. So that's what we're doing today. And I know you see the hoodie, you're thinking, why am I wearing a Batman hoodie for a Looney Tunes collection video? There's that. And there's that. So yes, I am very much representing Looney Tunes in the video today. I'm going to have timestamps down below for anyone that wants to check out specific portions of the video. The first one will be the unofficial releases. The second part will be the official shorts releases. The third one's going to be miscellaneous ones that I personally own just because I like them. The next part after that will be movies and TV specials. After that will be the TV shows. And then we will wrap it up with the Blu-rays and 4Ks. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so this is part 1, and these are unofficial releases. Now, before I say this, no, they are not bootlegs. These are officially released DVDs that came out prior to Warner Brothers releasing official Looney Tunes DVDs. Because of how long Looney Tunes has been around, there are some shorts that fell into the public domain, meaning they were pretty much fair game for some other companies. So that's what I'm sharing here because some of these are actually not on official releases. So we've got Toon Factory, Porky, Alibaba Bound. The reason I'm showing this one off first is that Toon Factory just shoved 2 hours worth of shorts on all their DVDs. So this one is not exclusively Porky or Looney Tunes. Like, there's a Humpty Dumpty short on here. There's some stuff on here with various fairy tales. Not exclusively Porky. So we got this. The next one is Elmer Fudd, the Wabbit Who Came to Supper. This is the primary short they use to promote it. There are a total of 15 shorts on here. Not all of them are Elmer, but they are all either Looney Tunes or Merry Melodies. A Corny Concerto. And if I remember correctly, this one actually has the first Tweety Bird short. And Tweety looked a lot different compared to what everyone knows him to look like now. Bugs Bunny, Falling Hair. This has 8 shorts. I believe this one does have all exclusive Bugs Bunny shorts. And this does have one of the infamous censored 11. Again, some of these are public domain, so that is why it's on here. I'm not justifying anything as far as what is and isn't on some of these, but some of those did manage to get releases through things like the Cartoon Craze DVDs. And finally, Bugs Bunny and Friends, Wackiki Wabbit. This one has 10 shorts. And just like the previous one, it does have one of the infamous censored 11. It has a couple of shorts that have yet to be put on official Looney Tunes releases. Some of it's just public domain, so Warner Brothers probably doesn't care. Or it could be restoration costs. It's a lot of things. So with these, on one end, you do get some shorts that are not in the official releases, like the Golden Collection or the Superstars or the Platinum Collection. But the video quality varies. Some of these look like they were put on a VCR that's on its last dying leg. Some of them look okay. But those are my unofficial releases. Next, we are going to show off the official releases. We're not getting there. We finally started getting official releases, and when Warner Brothers first started with this, they delivered. This section of the collection video is all the stuff I highly recommend you picking up. Yes, this is all DVDs. Blu-rays will be getting their own section momentarily, but you have got to get the Golden Collection. This is volume 1. This one has the least amount of shorts at 56. All 6 volumes are 4-disc DVD sets. This one has 56. 2 through 6 have 60. Plus, there's random additional unrestored shorts or specials or documentaries all across all 6 volumes. This one has multiple documentaries as well as an episode of Toonheads where they talk about the classics. Volume 2. This one has the 50th anniversary TV special for Bugs Bunny, and they even had the TV pilot for what was supposed to be a Roadrunner TV series that ultimately did not happen. It features a brand new animated short that came out at the time during one of the elections, and that one features Daffy Duck. We got volume 3, which has a Chuck Jones documentary. It has multiple additional shorts that are outside of the 60 that are touted in this collection. We got volume 4, which has multiple additional shorts as well as documentaries on several of the creators. We've got volume 5 that has 3 TV specials, bonus shorts including the military-themed Snafu and Mr. Hook. More on Snafu later. Unfortunately, we were starting to see the rise of Blu-ray, and that required restorations that Warner Brothers wasn't willing to pay for. So we started seeing a drop in sales for the Golden Collection, meaning that this was the final Golden Collection DVD. It features 2 TV specials. It features multiple shorts in addition to the 60 that we've got, and a documentary on Mel Blanc, who voiced the majority of these characters. Alright, a couple years later, Warner Brothers decided once again to start putting out some more Looney Tunes stuff, and in this case we got the Superstars collection. These are all 1 disc because, believe it or not, these days you can get all 6 volumes of the Golden Collection fairly cheap. Volume 6 is still a little expensive, but volumes 1 through 5 you can probably get for a reasonable price. These were not cheap when they first came out. So what Warner Brothers decided to do was put out single disc DVDs focused on one specific character. They ended up doing a total of 8 of these before, once again, sales started to lag a little bit. And in the case of 6 of the 8, we ended up getting a box set for 2 different ones. This one has 3 of the 8 collections with Bugs Bunny, Foghorn Leghorn, and Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. So what they did with these was every other one featured all new shorts, while the other one had some previously released, some may have been released but not officially, with a Looney Tunes set. Now, while you might end up double dipping with some of these, I still recommend them. Mainly due to the fact that I got Volume 1 at my local Dollar General for $8. You can get it at Walmart for a cheap price. You can get it at all the discount stores for a reasonable price. And 45 shorts, and you're paying less than $10. Can't go wrong with that. Volume 2 featured an additional 3 of the 8 sets. This one features Daffy, Sylvester and Tweety, and Porky Pig. This one has 48 shorts, primarily due to the fact that Porky predates a lot of the classic characters, so you do get more Porky shorts than you do with Daffy or Sylvester and Tweety. They did 2 more, but since there wasn't a 9th one, these 2 are standalone only. One of them claims to be out of print, but you can still find it for a cheap price. I managed to get it for $2 at one of the local bookstores in my area, and that being Pepe Le Pew, the best of the best. This features all of the original Pepe Le Pew shorts. And say what you want about the character, but there are some shorts in here that kind of prove some of that stuff wrong. I'm just going to say that. And Sylvester and Hippity Hopper. This features all 18 shorts that feature both these 2 characters together. And with that, we have the end of the Superstars collections. This next one was released through Warner Archive, Warner Brothers Manufacture on Demand or MOD service. And we've got Porky Pig 101. For those that are unaware, Porky actually was one of the earlier characters alongside Bosco and Honey. So once the Looney Tunes shorts started to get their own ground, Porky was pretty much the only character to still be around today. Yes, there are early versions of Bugs and Daffy, but the first time we see Bugs compared to Bugs now, not the same. Daffy characteristics are the same, but the look is very different. This is a 5-disc set featuring 100 black and white shorts and 1 short in color. The downside is a lot of these are unrestored, so keep that in mind when you are checking this one out. However, I still recommend it because it has a lot of shorts that have yet to make a debut somewhere else. This next one does have a lot of recycled shorts, but at the same time, I was able to get it for a cheap price. And there are shorts that are exclusive to this particular set at the moment. I'm pretty sure it's going to change soon because there's only a handful that are exclusive to this, and that is Stars of Space Jam. So when Space Jam was released, Warner Brothers released 5 VHS tapes because this was the 90s. That was when VHS was a thing. With all 5 of the character, well, All five you see here, you got Bugs, you got Daffy, you got Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, Sylvester and Tweety, and the Tasmanian Devil. And some of the shorts that are on here have yet to be released again. So it's not many for anyone that doesn't want to pay the money for this, because yes, you do get a lot of shorts. It is kind of compressed on one disc. They do have the individual releases if you're looking for just one particular DVD set. So there's all the shorts you get. And if you were looking for just one, Bugs has his own DVD, Daffy has his own DVD, Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote have their own, Sylvester and Tweety have their own, and Taz has his own. So there is that. These last two, I wasn't sure whether I should put it in this one or the next section. So I am going to go on ahead and put them in here. In the early 2000s, we got Looney Tunes back in action. That one will be showing up later. And Warner Brothers decided to bring back Looney Tunes in the form of Flash animation on the Warner Brothers official website. And we had quite a few brand new shorts. No, these are not part of the classic lineup. And yes, there are different voice actors because Mel Blanc passed away in the 80s. I do remember that. So, yes, we have different voice actors, but both of these are still cheap, and you get a total of 40 shorts across these two DVDs. First one being Reality Check. This one has 21 shorts. It has multiple bonus features, and you even get exclusive looks at the Back in Action video game as well as Back in Action the movie. The second of these new shorts is Stranger Than Fiction. This one has 19. One of the downsides with both of these, while they do have special features, it is the same special features on both DVDs. So this one has the behind the scenes looks at Back in Action. It's got couple of interviews and some bloopers. Those are the exact same interviews and bloopers on this DVD. However, once again, that is still 40 shorts that you are getting across two DVDs. Reality Check, I think I paid $3 for it, got it brand new. Stranger Than Fiction, I think I paid $7 after shipping. So it's not the old stuff, but it is still entertaining, and you can still get it for a cheap price. Alright, those are all of the official releases, the main ones, the main lineups with Golden Collection, Superstars Collection, the Porky Pig 101 Collection, Stars of Space Jam, and the Flash Animation Collection. The next one's going to be miscellaneous sets that I personally have that I like, but they're not necessary if you're trying to get stuff for your Looney Tunes collection. Alright, this next portion of the collection video are some of the Double Dip collection sets. Some of these I personally like, and these are the ones that I own. There are plethoras of some of the stuff where Warner Brothers has double dipped in an attempt to either raise money or to do a quick cash grab. It varies. Simple as that. But these are the ones that I personally own because these are the ones that I like and I thought they were cool collections. There are plenty more out there. So you're not going to see every single special collection that has shorts that are also on the Golden Collection. I don't have the Spotlight Collection. I don't have the Premiere Collection stuff. These are a little bit different though. The first one is the Essential Bugs Bunny. This is a 2-disc set. The first disc features multiple classic Bugs Bunny shorts, and the second disc features a lot of the more recent, more modern Bugs Bunny shorts and a couple of specials. One of them being the Bugs Bunny World of Sports, which was the final time that Mel Blanc voiced Bugs Bunny. Personally, if you're looking for the older stuff, all the old stuff that's on disc 1 of this is available through the Golden Collection, and I think it's also on the Platinum Collection. I mainly got this for the new stuff because I also like the new stuff. I know a lot of people are kind of critical of the newer stuff. I think a lot of it's good. The next one is the Essential Daffy Duck. And just like the Bugs Bunny set, the Daffy one is also a 2-disc set. The first one featuring all classic stuff. However, unlike the Bugs Bunny collection, the Essential Daffy Duck collection does have one original short that was new to DVD at the time of its release, that being Porky's Duck Hunt. This is the one where Daffy makes his debut. And disc 2 features a lot of the newer stuff that's not exactly as easy to find. Some of them are bonus features on other DVDs. Some of the shorts have appeared on other Looney Tunes DVDs since its release. And one of the things that does make the Essential Daffy Duck set stand out, one of the disc 2 shorts is Duck Dodgers Jr., which is actually a segment from Tiny Toons, meaning this is the only Looney Tunes official release that also includes Tiny Toons characters. And it does have 2 specials as bonus features, the Easter special and the Thanksgiving special. The Easter special has been released multiple times, one of them in Golden Collection Volume 6, and it's got its own standalone DVD. If you've got this or Golden Collection Volume 6, you don't need that DVD because it's just a bare bone special. The Thanks for Giving special is also available on the Holiday Triple Feature. Next, we have the 50 Cartoons Collection. So this one is this particular set. Warner Brothers was celebrating an anniversary and did the 50 Looney Tunes set. They've also got one for, I believe, Scooby-Doo, and I think they've also got one for some DC stuff. The main reason I got this, it does have some of my favorite shorts. And at the time when I had gotten this, it was the only way you could get 3 of the CG Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote shorts that are available on the Superstar set. And I think one of them was one of the CG cartoons that appears on the Looney Tunes show. I'd have to double check myself on that one. This one I managed to get at a pawn shop for $1. That being the Academy Awards collection. This is not necessarily a Looney Tunes set. As you can tell, there's Tom and Jerry up there. And if you get the deluxe edition, you've also got Superman and Popeye on there. At the time when I got this, I did not have all the stuff. These days, you don't necessarily need the Academy Award collection. I just thought it was kind of cool at the time, and I was able to get it for a cheap price. Musical masterpieces. So originally, Looney Tunes was technically 2 different things. There was Looney Tunes, which had the characters, and they did parodies of stuff, and the other one was Merry Melodies, which had musical stuff. And eventually, it all kind of became just one thing. So this one has 18 of the biggest musical pieces, as well as some of the special features. This one was given to me by one of my subscribers. I will have the link for the video down below for anyone that wants to check out that unboxing video. Do you need this one? Not really. Like I said, I appreciate the subscriber that gave this to me for giving this one to me, and it's a cool thing to add to the collection. But if you own the Golden Collection and the Platinum Collection and the Superstars Collection, this one's not necessary. And the last one in my random collection videos, or collection DVDs, is the Parodies Collection. This one you kind of sort of need. This one does have a couple of shorts that are exclusive to the Parodies Collection. And it also has Super Rabbit, which is a season 2 episode of the Looney Tunes show. At the time of me recording this video, Looney Tunes Show Season 2 has not been officially released on DVD, meaning that that particular episode being on this collection is the only official episode of Season 2 to be released. It also makes the Parodies Collection a little special in that it is the only DVD collection out at the moment from Looney Tunes that has both the original stuff and the Looney Tunes show. So like I said, there is a lot more collection stuff than this, where they kind of do double dipping. In fact, there's whole collections involving some of that stuff. I didn't see the point in getting those. These are just some of the ones I personally like. The next portion of the collection video will be the TV shows. Actually, no, correction. The next one will be the movies and the TV specials. Then the TV shows. Alright, the next portion of this collection video are the movies and TV specials. So we got a combination of things here. Some of them have been theatrically released. Some of them are direct-to-video. Some of them are just 30-minute TV specials. So we got a little bit of a combination of things for this portion of the collection video. Alright, one of the things that I mentioned with the Golden Collection is that while they were releasing the Golden Collection for the older audience and the collectors, they were doing the Spotlight Collection for the younger audiences. A lot of people forget Looney Tunes was not necessarily made for kids. It just so happened that some of them appealed to kids. So when it came time to do Spotlight Collection Volume 3, they kind of went in a different direction and did the Looney Tunes Movie Collection. This one features Bugs Bunny 1001 Rabbit Tales and the Roadrunner Bugs Bunny movie. This particular version, I think, is out of print, but there is Spotlight Collection Volumes 1 through 3 that is available, and that does feature both these movies on the same disc, whereas this one is a 2-disc set. Alright, those are actually movies 1 and 3 of the Looney Tunes movies. The second one is a Looney Bugs Bunny movie. And the thing with these first few movies are they are pretty much a collection of various shorts over the years. This one does have a couple of new shorts that were exclusive to this movie, and they are in the special features section if you get the standalone DVD for this one. So if you get any of the collection sets that feature this particular movie, you are not getting Box Office Bunny, From Here to Eternity, and Pulitzer Prize as separate bonus features. You're just getting the movie. This is the first of 3 times you're going to see this one, and yes, I will justify all 3 times that I bought this, and that is Space Jam. This is the special edition 2-disc set. Now, why do I have this when I'm going to be, spoiler alert, showing off the Blu-ray Steelbook and the 4K later on? This features an hour of new to DVD shorts, with a lot of them not really being easy to find. Some of these do appear on the Platinum Collection. Those Blu-rays are out of print. And it does have a couple of the music videos that you don't really get on the Blu-ray and 4K. And this one also has the Battle of the Music Video Stars TV special that's not available anywhere but this. So yes, I do have the 2-disc Space Jam movie on DVD because that's the only way you can get some of those shorts. Bugs Bunny's Cupid Capers. This is a Valentine's special. It has 2 additional shorts, and I believe one of those is only available on here. And I think I got it at a yard sale, I think, for $2. I forget. I remember I only paid $2 for it. Bugs Bunny's Easter Funnies. This one also has 1 bonus short. Definitely recommend picking this one up. And yes, I did watch it during Easter. This last one, I ended up getting this before I got the collection that it is featured in, and that is Bugs Bunny's Halloween Special. That does have 1 additional short that is available across multiple Looney Tunes DVDs. And then we've got Bugs Bunny's Lunar Tunes and Marvin the Martian Space Tunes. This being across 1 disc is cool because you get both specials. The problem is both of them kind of use the same specials or some of the same shorts. So you're going to be watching some of the same shorts twice if you watch both of these in 1 sitting. The next one is one of the last compilation movies that they did before we got Space Jam, and that is Daffy Duck's Quackbusters. This also features 3 additional shorts, one of them being the Duck Dodgers sequel, and we've got Superior Duck on here. If you get one of the collection sets that has the movie along with like other stuff, you don't get the bonus shorts, so keep that in mind if you want those bonus shorts. Next up, we've got the Holiday Triple Feature. Now, Thanksgiving one is actually 2. And Bah Humduck and Halloween Special both have their own DVDs. However, you don't really need the standalone DVDs if you get this. Honestly, I would recommend getting this over the standalone DVDs because the Bugs Bunny portion of the Thanksgiving Special is exclusive to this particular set. And the bonus shorts that you get with Halloween and Bah Humduck are available in quite a few places. Alright, so this one I got for $8 at Dollar General. And I got it for 2 of the 4 movies because I already owned 2 of them. But this was actually the cheapest option, and that is the 4 movie collection. Rabbit's Run, you'll be seeing that one later on. Looney Bugs Bunny movie. Yes, I already showed that off earlier. Again, if you want the additional bonus feature shorts, they are not available on this set. I got this for Tweety's High Flying Adventure, which is an Around the World in 80 Days parody. And then you've got Daffy Duck's Fantastic Island that uses a lot of the same shorts like they did in some of the other previous films. And both of these don't have special features or anything like that on their standalone DVDs, so if you want to get just this, like I said, I got it for $8 at Dollar General. If you want the shorts that are added on, then you'll need to get both of these separate. And this is the last one. This is not the last released movie from Looney Tunes, but this is the last one to get a physical DVD. Also, like I said, Rabbit's Run, I'll be showing that off in a minute. I got a reason for why I did that. And that is King Tweety. This one was done because there was recently the anniversary on the Tweety character. Pretty fun movie. It's enjoyable. The animation style is very different than what you get with some of the other Looney Tunes stuff at the time. I believe at this particular point in time, that was when Looney Tunes Cartoons was airing on HBO Max, now Max. And they had the new Looney Tunes show, which Tweety wasn't really featured in as much because it focused a lot on Bugs, Daffy, and Porky. And this one does have some bonus features, which are the first 3 episodes of the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries. Those didn't really matter to me because I already had the season 1 set, which I will be showing off momentarily. And those are all the movies and TV specials that I own. Now, we are getting into the TV shows portion of the Looney Tunes collection video. Alright, so we are at the next portion of the Looney Tunes collection video. And that is the TV shows. Alright. Over the years, there have been multiple compilation shows. So they'll have some little intro that either has Bugs or Daffy or Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote or Sylvester and Tweety or Porky. And they'll do a little intro. They'll do a couple of the shorts to fill up the 30 minutes or 60 minutes that they had. And that would be it. However, in the 90s, they actually started making TV shows, actual TV shows, with the Looney Tunes characters. The first one, oddly enough, was not a specific Looney Tunes character. During the 80s, Warner Brothers reached out to Steven Spielberg, and he had an idea that was initially supposed to be a movie about a descendant of Bugs Bunny. Well, somehow that idea ended up morphing. It ended up not being a movie. It ended up being a TV show, and it wasn't the descendant of Bugs Bunny, but it was the next generation of Toons, that being Tiny Toons Adventures. So we got Season 1, Volume 1. Season 1, Volume 2. In between the 2 seasons they did, between Season 1 and Season 2, we ended up getting How I Spent My Vacation. Then for whatever reason, the last 2 weren't given the Season 2 or Season 3 moniker, but Volume 3 and Volume 4. And I've got to say, after rewatching Tiny Toons, I did not realize how much things I said as a kid I got from Tiny Toons. Completely unaware until just recently going back and rewatching. I was like, oh, so that's where I got that from. During this time frame, Steven Spielberg was the executive producer of multiple cartoons with Warner Brothers, Tiny Toons being one of them. We also ended up getting the Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, and Freakazoid. After Pinky and the Brain ended its run, they had an idea of doing a spin-off combining Tiny Toons and Pinky and the Brain, and that being Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain. All right. Love Tiny Toons. It's great. Pinky and the Brain, amazing. For better or for worse, depending on how you want to look at it, there are some jokes in Pinky and the Brain, a cartoon that came out in the mid-90s, that's still relevant today. So, the problem though is that Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain, it sucks. I don't know any other way to put it. Elmira's a good foil. She's a good character to have in select shorts. But the idea for her to be the leading character for an entire series, not a good idea. And then part of the whole premise with Pinky and the Brain is Brain wants to take over the world. Don't really get to see that a lot. So the first actual TV show to feature a Looney Tunes character front and center, the Tasmanian Devil, Tasmania, Season 1, Part 1. However, there was later mentioned that this was a mistake. This should have just been called the complete first season. So we got Season 1. Season 2, even though it is called Season 1, Part 2. And for anyone that's wondering, Season 1, Part 2 is out of print. Good luck finding a copy, that's all I can say. I was fortunate. I managed to find this at a pawn shop. The guy thought Season 1, Part 1 was the DVD that went out of print, not Season 1, Part 2, so I got it for $3. One of the reasons it went out of print is because it didn't sell that well, and the complete third season ended up being a Warner Archive release. I personally wouldn't mind the remaining 2 seasons or the remaining 26 episodes to get an official release. However, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. My thoughts on Tasmania: it's not a bad cartoon. It's definitely very much a 90s cartoon. But the way they depicted Taz in the shorts that he was in prior to this show, and it's kind of weird because when you look back at it, he was only in 5 shorts. I was expecting a little bit more than what we ended up getting, and then we got this like very nice family element. I will say this too, though. There are characters in Tasmania that if they ever want to put them in the modern and any future like Looney Tunes stuff, it makes sense. Some of these characters that are new for and exclusive for Tasmania would actually fit in the wider Looney Tunes world. The next one, the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, the complete first season, and unfortunately, this is also the only season to get a DVD release. I do have like some of the later episodes DVR'd because it does still play on Cartoon Network and Boomerang. And my thoughts are the first season's really good. What I have DVR'd of the second season is also really good. Unfortunately, it seems like I'm not sure what the issue was moving forward. Either there was some contractual obligation where they were pretty much told whoever it was that aired the cartoon back in the day, you're airing X number of episodes, or if it just did good but not great, because some of the later episodes are not that well drawn. Sorry, but it is what it is. And I also like the Alfred Hitchcock references in here. There's quite a few in here. Like the first episode's called The Cat Who Knew Too Much. Really fun cartoon. Highly recommend checking it out if you've never seen it before. I just wish we had the rest of it on physical media. The next cartoon that we got from Looney Tunes, next series, was a first for the franchise. And that was doing something aimed for a younger audience, in this case, a preschool audience. And we ended up with Baby Looney Tunes. Unfortunately, you're going to see there is a little bit of a recurring thing here. Just like Tasmania and the Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, this is a 4 DVD set. There's probably a total of 3 or 4 episodes per disc. So you don't get the whole series. I picked up this version specifically because these individual releases have special features that the re-released version does not have. It's nothing special, but I was like, why not? Personally, from what I've seen with Baby Looney Tunes, the earlier episodes are pretty good, but in the later episodes, I don't know what the deal was, but they replaced Granny with Floyd, and I just thought that was weird. With Baby Looney Tunes, they did an Easter movie, which did later get cut into, I think, 2 or 3 episodes. And this does have bonus features of 2 additional episodes. So you get about 17 or 18 episodes across all the Baby Looney Tunes DVDs, and it ran for 52 episodes. My overall thoughts on Baby Looney Tunes, obviously it's not for me. I am way too old to be watching something for the preschool audience, but there's some fun moments in there. But that's about it. This next one came out in the 2000s, where everything had to become dark and edgy. And this was also when superheroes were starting to gain more popularity with the movie-going audiences. So someone at Warner Brothers had the idea to do both of those with Looney Tunes of all things. And we ended up with Lunatics Unleashed. We got the complete first and second season. This show only ran for 2 seasons. My personal thoughts are, if this were not connected to Looney Tunes, I feel like I would have liked it a little bit more than I did. Because you've got something with Looney Tunes, but it's also supposed to be dark and edgy. And then with season 2, where people were like, why is something connected to Looney Tunes so dark and edgy? They tried to put back in some of the slapstick humor, and it just didn't fit. It was cool seeing what they thought the descendants of the Looney Tunes characters would look like and how they would act. But this is a very weird addition to the world of Looney Tunes. I don't know any other way to put it. It's definitely something that's kind of cool that I've got it, because both these DVDs are out of print and I was able to get both of them for a reasonable price. But at the same time, I'd say watch a few episodes on Max, or I think they're also on Amazon Prime. Check them out first before you decide to go out and spend the money on the DVDs, because it is very, very different from some of the other stuff we've gotten. And yeah, I don't know what else to say on that one. Alright, so the next thing that we got was from Cartoon Network, actually. And this time around, they did something a little different. They took all of the main Looney Tunes characters and had the idea of, let's make a situation comedy, a sitcom sort of show, with the Looney Tunes characters. And the result was The Looney Tunes Show. This is Season 1, Part 1, that has the 3 individual discs that have 4 episodes each. And then you've got Season 1, Part 2 that has the remaining 14 episodes. Again, the whole recurring element thing here. Season 2 has not been released on DVD. As I showed earlier, the Looney Tunes Parodies collection has 1 Season 2 episode on DVD. That is the only episode to get an official DVD release from Season 2. As far as this show goes, I remember when it first came out, I didn't like it. I was like, why are they doing this? This is kind of stupid. But between it airing reruns on Boomerang and also recently picking up both of these for fairly cheap prices, it kind of grew on me. I will say it is weird seeing Gossamer as like a child, essentially, to Witch Hazel, instead of being a monster. But for the most part, it's actually kind of fun. After Season 2, the Looney Tunes show got canceled, and they did a wrap-up movie, that being Looney Tunes Rabbit's Run. And this has 5 additional shorts if you get this particular DVD release. If you get one of the multi-movie sets, it does not feature the bonus shorts. And I know for a fact that 2 of these are only available on this particular DVD. So keep that in mind if you want additional shorts. After the Looney Tunes show got canceled, someone at Warner Brothers, and I think Cartoon Network as well, at least in the beginning, wanted to do something a little more back to roots for Looney Tunes. And we ended up with Wabbit, which later got retitled The New Looney Tunes Show, because the first season primarily focused on Bugs and his adventures, or misadventures, depending on how you want to look at it, whereas future seasons involved all of the Looney Tunes characters. Personally, the first season, it felt like a watered down version of the classics, and I had mixed feelings on it. Once they brought in the other characters and you get to see some of them in their elements, it gets a little better. Unfortunately, the whole series is not available on Max to my knowledge, and this is the only portion to have all of anything on DVD. This one's got 26 episodes. I forget how many were made. Since then, they had Looney Tunes Cartoons that aired on Max for 5 seasons, I think. At the time of me recording this, 10 of those shorts are available on the Bugs Bunny Blu-ray, which we'll be showing next soon. And they currently have 2 cartoons airing right now. We are getting Season 2 of Bugs Bunny Builders, which is their second show of preschool-aimed Looney Tunes stuff. First one being Baby Looney Tunes. And we have a Tiny Toons reboot titled Tiny Toons Looniversity. If your introduction to Tiny Toons is Looniversity, you're gonna be in for a little bit of a trip when you realize that Buster and Babs are not related in the original one. Just warning you on that one now. So this is the entire TV shows and the TV movies that are tied to the shows. The next part will be the Blu-rays and 4Ks. Alright, we have reached the final portion of the collection video. And that is the Blu-rays and 4Ks. So before I get into the main portion of this, I do want to show off a couple of Blu-rays that I do own that you don't necessarily need, but at the same time, they do have some connections to the Looney Tunes world. The first one, Horton Hears a Who. Couple of reasons this one is kind of being shared here. If you don't know, this was directed by Chuck Jones, and the DVD portion for this, yes, for whatever reason, it's only on the DVD and not the Blu-ray, is the short for the follow-up, which is Horton Hatches the Egg, which was released as a Looney Tunes short. And we've got the classic How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And this does have the pencil test that has been featured as a bonus short or bonus feature on various Looney Tunes DVDs and Blu-rays in the past. And these next few, if you own any of the Golden Collection or Platinum Collection, then you know that every so often some of the bonus features will be MGM shorts. So we've got Tex Avery Screwball Classics Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. Now let's get into the official Blu-rays. The first one, something that I grew up on, my childhood, Space Jam. And this is the Blu-ray steelbook that came out many years ago. So there's the front of it. And there's the back. For the record, no, I do not have the 4K steelbook for Space Jam because I didn't think it was that cool looking of a steelbook. I like this one better. So when it came time, I just did the standard upgrade for the 4K. This might be plain, but I still think this looks better than the 4K steelbook. And since I do own a steelbook for Space Jam, I did get my hands on the Space Jam New Legacy steelbook. I'm aware this one looks just as bad as the 4K steelbook for Space Jam, but this is the only steelbook for Space Jam that's out, or for New Legacy. Prior to Space Jam New Legacy, Warner Brothers was really trying to get another Space Jam movie or Space Jam related movie out. And eventually they got Joe Dante, director of Gremlins, to make a Looney Tunes movie that unfortunately flopped. And I can't say too much because I'm one of the people that didn't want to give the movie a chance when I was younger as well, because it wasn't Space Jam or Space Jam related. But we got back in action. And I've got to say, now that I've watched this movie, we did this movie wrong, y'all. This movie's really freaking good. And unfortunately, the Blu-ray is out of print, but if you can get your hands on it, like I got this at a flea market for $7. There are, I want to say, either 8 or 9 shorts that are on here. So you get the movie and you get 9 shorts. And all of them, in my opinion, are pretty good. One show I did not show off during the TV show portion of the video because it's on Blu-ray. Duck Dodgers. This one ran for 39 episodes. Other than Lunatics Unleashed, this is the only one where you can get all 3 seasons. All 3 seasons are available on DVD. I've got the complete series Blu-ray. And the Blu-ray features the first Duck Dodgers short. Very fun show. Highly recommend checking it out if you've never checked it out before. It has a spirit of Looney Tunes. It's got everything from the Duck Dodgers shorts. Definitely recommend checking this out. So this next one is not, it's technically not an official release from Warner Brothers. In fact, this won't even released from Warner Brothers. But if you don't own the Golden or Platinum Collection, there is a character that Schlesinger Studios and Dr. Seuss teamed up. Yes, the people that made Looney Tunes and Dr. Seuss teamed up with the U.S. military during World War II to make shorts for the Army for Private Snafu. So since that particular time, those shorts have been declassified, making them public domain, which was how we now have this release. This was released by Thunderbeam Animation. I will definitely have some of their info down below, so even if you're not a Looney Tunes fan, if you're just like an old school animation fan, definitely check out Thunderbeam's website because they do have quite a few classic shorts from various studios over the years that some of these studios haven't given an official release to. Thunderbeam has. Snafu being one of them. And if you own the Golden Collection, I think there's some, but not necessarily all of the Snafu shorts have been released through the Golden or Platinum Collection. This has all of them, and it has a booklet. This is definitely one of the more interesting little pieces of history with the Looney Tunes. The next one, this is when Warner Brothers decided to start possibly putting some of the Looney Tunes stuff on Blu-ray. And while I'm personally a fan of this, it does have one of my favorite shorts. This is very much a niche set. And that is Mouse Chronicles, the Chuck Jones collection. So, I definitely recommend checking this one out. It's fun. It's got one of my favorite shorts in Cheese Chasers. However, it is very much a niche set. If you're looking for some of the classic characters, you're not going to get it. Obviously, these three are not, Bugs or Daffy or Porky. But it is still worth checking out. I managed to get the Blu-ray for, I think, $15 on eBay. Not too long ago, we got the 80th anniversary of the most iconic character in Looney Tunes, that being Bugs Bunny. So, of course, we've got the Bugs Bunny collection, What's Up, Doc? This has 60 shorts that are Bugs Bunny centric, as well as 10 additional shorts from the more recent cartoon, Looney Tunes cartoons, as well as an all-new documentary. Quite a few bonus features, some exclusive to the set, some not exclusive. Only thing I hate is the only way to get this is the nice little box set that's got the Bugs Bunny Funko Pop and the certificate of authenticity and all that stuff. Yeah, I've got those. It's a nice set, all that good stuff, but I mainly just wanted this. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the Bugs Bunny Funko Pop that came with this set. That's just me, though. But this does have a lot of quintessential Looney Tunes shorts, given that Bugs Bunny is their main character that they use. After Warner Brothers stopped doing the Golden Collection, they had an idea of doing some stuff for Blu-ray, which ultimately ended up to the Platinum Collection. This one is Volume 1. There's Disc 1. And then there's Discs 2 and 3. This features some shorts that are brand new in HD, some shorts that are new to disc. So you get some stuff that's new, some stuff that's not, and you get tons of bonus features. Unfortunately, the Platinum Collection did not sell that well, so the Blu-ray set is out of print. The DVD set is still available, and last year, Warner Brothers did release the complete Platinum Collection that has all 3 volumes on one DVD set, which is 6 DVDs. Thing is, the Platinum Collection does feature additional stuff. In the cases of Volume 1 and Volume 2, quite a bit. Volume 1, sometimes you can find for a cheap price on eBay. I think I paid $40 or $45 for this one. And yes, the only way you can get this is the Digibook. There is no standard release for anyone that's thinking that, oh, I'll look for the standard release version. Nope, don't get that. There is a Blu-ray for Showcase Volume 1, which is Disc 1 of the Platinum Collection, but they did not continue that particular set. The next one you're just going to have to take the chance, and if you want this one on Blu-ray, you're just going to have to pay the price for it. And that is Platinum Collection Volume 2. This one features 30 bonus shorts on top of the 50 that were already available on both the DVD and the Blu-ray. It's got a booklet, and it has 8 hours of additional behind-the-scenes stuff, documentaries, all that good stuff. This one has quite a bit on it, but like I said, good luck. So because of that, Volume 3 ended up being the final release in the Platinum Collection. Volume 3 is still in print, so if you do want this one on Blu-ray, you can get it. The thing is, they cut back on a lot of the special features. You still get the booklet, but you don't get bonus shorts. You get a documentary and a couple of behind-the-scenes featurettes. That's it. So while this one is available, this is also the most bare bones of the Platinum sets. After the struggles over the years of trying to get some of these out, Warner Brothers finally decided to start putting out sets through the Warner Archive set collection, and that being Looney Tunes Collector's Choice. Volume 1 has 20 shorts, and now that we've got a couple of these volumes out, you can get this one for a fairly cheap price. I bought mine day one, however, it has went to as cheap as $6. So keep that in mind. Volume 1 did so well that they announced Volume 2 and Volume 3. Volume 2 features 25 shorts. The upside is you get more shorts. The downside with Volume 2 is it feels like some of the restorations aren't as good as Volume 1. One big one is when you first pop this in your Blu-ray player, you hear the iconic Looney Tunes theme song, and then once you hit play for that first short, you notice a change in the volume. Some of these are well done, some of them, the restorations could have been better. Luckily, they fixed that in Volume 3, because Volume 3, they fixed that. And for the first time in a while, they actually put some of the more controversial shorts on here. So some of these, you're getting a lot of brand new stuff. For the most part, all of these are new to Blue. Some of these have gotten discs released before, whether it be a bonus feature on a movie or something like that. But these are all primarily new to disc. And at the time of me posting this, it has been confirmed there will be a Collector's Choice Volume 4. So keep eye on those. And that is my entire Blu-ray set collection of Looney Tunes. And that is everything in my Looney Tunes collection. For the most part, I think I've got everything other than a couple of double dips, so probably won't do another updated one until we've got a larger library to show off. So be on the lookout for some of those, and like I said, in the Blu-ray portion, we are getting Collector's Choice Volume 4. But that's going to do it for this one. If you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. You like what you see, leave a thumbs up, comment down below. Who is your favorite Looney Tunes character? And if you're like me and you own all this stuff, what is your favorite official release? For me personally, I've never had like a main favorite, but some of my favorite shorts are the team-ups of Porky and Daffy. As far as these releases go, Golden Collection Volume 1 has some of the best of the best. Porky Pig 101 has a lot of characters you don't really see anymore with Looney Tunes. And I gotta give Space Jam a shout out. That was my childhood. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you all for watching and tune in next time.